is a real example of somebody with a young person with an underlying condition which manifested into so many mental and physical issues. So could you first of all kind of give us some sense of how all this got connected to anxiety and depression? I mean, it's very difficult to make this connect.
Vishal, you're so right that the current environment of the COVID, as it is actually generating anxiety in all of us. I don't think any of us have escaped those feelings of anxiety, increased levels of anxiety. And, one of the basic things that happens is anxiety is a good thing. Just like Dr. Viral was talking about how acid is a good thing. Anxiety is a good thing. It's like any other emotion. We need anxiety because it directs our attention towards something which is dangerous or threatening for our well-being, right? Now, what happens is when your attention, so we get into a fight or flight mode whenever we feel that there is some kind of a threat, and the body starts, and this happens because the body starts releasing stress hormones.
That's cortisol, right? Cortisol.
Cortisol. And when it does that, what the body does is all the resources are directed towards taking care of the immediate situation, as a result of which it will shut down the other activities in the background, which is your, so the gut health and your digestion and reproductive activities, all of those take a back seat. And that is also a reason why anxiety automatically has an impact on, your immunity dips, because the body is not focusing on immunity anymore. It is kind of focusing on dealing with the situation. The other thing that happens with anxiety is that after you get into a stress of muscles, sweating, your palpitation of the heart and all of that, it takes a few hours, even after that threat is gone, for the body to come back to like a relaxed state, right? But if you are consistently having anxiety triggers, right? So you're worrying about, will something happen to me or my family members? When are things going to be better? Then it's like, wire tripping. बार बार वही हो रहा है कि मतलब आपका बार बार ट्रिगर आ रहा है, तो बार बार एंजाइटी वापस आ रहा है, तो आपको उस लूप में से निकलना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है, right? So even depression and anxiety, a lot of people think that these happen to people who are mentally weak and you should be strong, but that's not true. Actually, depression and anxiety is a coping mechanism. Anxiety disorders and depression, they are coping mechanisms. Like when the situation seems so hopeless, our body starts to kind of shut down. Mind wants to shut down to give it a little bit of a rest from the stress, right? So what Ashima did was, so the fact that she reached out and she got into this environment, so one was she herself deciding and setting that goal, like Vishal, you were describing. Second is, getting into this environment where she had an accountability partner. There were habits which actually were being tracked on a regular basis. There were people who were, she said that she was watching videos or reading articles. So there is this entire environment which is focused on staying healthy. And that's a big factor. In fact, even for purely issues of depression and anxiety, a lot of people think, acha dawa kha lo, pop some pills and get better. But actually mental health is, you have to look at it holistically, just like Dr. Viral spoke about physical health. It has to be looked at holistically.